We know Charles Darwin from his Origins of Species theory, and we find that he had fears concerning this. His theory of evolution outlined in his seminal The Origin of Species changed our understanding of how mankind came into being, according to him, but the unearthed letters reveal fears about the reception, of course, that it would have. Well, not everybody, even today, agrees to that, but anyway, Charles Darwin took much inspiration from The Origin of Species by means of natural selection from a 5-year voyage that he took around the world. He traveled from Britain across the Atlantic Ocean to South America, and then he continued to Tahiti and Australia. And during his journey, he observed giant fossils in Argentina and studied animals, plants, and geological formations, and some of his findings would be published in his now notorious paper. That's where he hinted that humans descended from apes, a controversial theory at the time. And he also relayed evidence about how the genes of the most able in society would have been passed through natural selection, a move that helped to form modern-day mankind. Darwin's theories were seen as controversial at that time, and were a number of concerns about them that were published. In letters shown to media, the fears of disseminating such groundbreaking beliefs was revealed. British beliefs during the 19th century were dominated by religion, as we know, mostly the Church of England. Despite this, there was a level of dissidence among the scientific community and general public because they sought deeper answers. The transmutation of species, including the belief that humans evolved from apes, contradicted the understanding that species had or did not need to change due to being designed. And while Darwin, as an eminent scientist at the time, was taken seriously, there were fears about repercussions of publishing his controversial theory. Now, before publication, Darwin feared his work would be like confessing to murder, he said, quote unquote, due to the potential impact it could have on his loved ones and their society. The University of Cambridge reported he had suffered from almost incessant vomiting for 9 months as part of the Darwin Correspondence Project, and he wrote that has so weakened my brain that any excitement brings on whizzing and fainting spells. And after the publication of Origin of Species, November 24th, 1859, there was criticism, which some claimed were made by viewers who could not grasp the theory. And despite the concerns of how it would affect religious beliefs, several figures used the science to reinforce their being a design created by some higher deity, for example, as an instrument of God's design. This was restated by Darwin's final line of the theory. It said, life with its several powers, having been originally breathed by the Creator into a few forms or into one. Now, other notes from the naturalist, Darwin, of course, revealed his relief after his book received praise from his contemporaries, and he wrote, "You cannot imagine how pleased I am that the notion of natural selection has acted as a purgative on your bowels of immutability." And he says, "Whenever naturalists can look at species changing as certain, what a magnificent field will be opened on all the laws of variation, on the genealogy of all living beings." This is by Josh Saunders on Express UK. Please leave your comments. Thank you so much. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.